Hi, my name is Jennafer Ross. I'm the founder and CEO of JR Global Events, and most recently the managing partner of Events on Call, which is a SaaS technology platform that we built to serve the events industry. We have been a full-service meeting and event agency for 20 years, based locally in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and with team members working remotely throughout the U.S. And then our Events on Call, also based remotely, and then we support 1099 contractors throughout the U.S. and abroad for businesses who need on-site event staff locally wherever their events are held. We serve all major associations, corporations, businesses large and small. We are not consumer facing. We don't do weddings. We don't do bar and bat mitzvahs. That's not our wheelhouse. Historically, we've always preferred realistic budgets and no emotions tied to events, which is why we really stick with the B2B business and the corporate sector. I think we are very adaptable to any industry, and everyone always asks us, well, what industry do you work in? And, a meeting and an event is still a meeting and event. It just changes by the culture of the people and the demographic of the company. So we're very industry agnostic in that regard. I started my business 20 years ago because at the time I felt like I was being forced to choose between raising a family and doing what I love, which is event management. And I think I'm proof that you don't have to choose as a woman. I've had 3 children. They're now all teenagers, some in college, and I've traveled all over the world, still doing what I love. If we were awarded this grant, it would allow us to continue to move us forward. We've learned a lot in the last 20 years with JR Global Events, and we've learned that we're resilient and we have grit, and we decide when we're done. COVID really shook us. Nobody was meeting face to face, and that's my business. So we've adapted and we flexed and we became creative, which is what we are. And we looked inward and figured out what we needed to do to survive it. And here we are. And from COVID is what, kind of brought us to Events on Call. It gave us the ability to put people back to work that had been out of work for a couple years. We ended up putting 280 of our peers back to work on site locally with events, which to me is astronomical. So we looked at what we were doing from a staffing perspective for on-site events and said, well, wait a second here. This is an opportunity. So our Events on Call is a matchmaking platform that matches on-site event professionals, or on-site event specialists is what we call them, OES, to corporations and associations and companies that need local boots on the ground event support with professionals. We background check everybody, we credential check everybody, and make the whole process like a matchmaking system. It's super easy. And we really think that this is a game changer. So should we be awarded the grant, it will allow us to take both companies, strategically market both of them, put further development into the platform for Events on Call. We bootstrap the startup of it, and we need to polish and shine and make it better. And, we're commingling and co-marketing both companies because they still support one another, but they are 2 separate entities. And having the ability to propel them forward with some financial support would be crucial for us. As a startup from 20 years ago and a startup from last year, we've got something pretty good here, and we're excited to see what we can do with it. Thank you for the opportunity.